I'm really wondering the effect that Malcolm-Jamal Warner had on you, either from, let's take it, for example, from the Cosby Show perspective when he played Theo. What did that do for a young Black girl growing up in Texas to see that type of representation?
Oh man, you read my mind, Dr. Tachi. Because my dad just knew
Wavelength.
that I was going to go to college in New York City, which I did. Ended up at NYU. So for him, it was like reenacting Dr. Huxtable's role, right? He really loved it. Education became a thing in our house. But if I may say so, I didn't have a crush on Theo. Now Carl Payne, he kind of caught the eye. But I will say this, like someone else mentioned, when he got older, I was like, oh, look at that. Okay. So he he aged, I'm just saying, he aged extremely well. In that regard, there was definitely some feelings there, but I'm going to have to jump on the education bandwagon and talk about dyslexia too. I mean, I know we're all talking
Go
about
ahead.
it, but as a person who volunteers now in an elementary school working with kindergarten kids and currently first graders, I can now see where maybe there is this invisible disability that is there. And so when I see these kids and I get that teachers can't help them, but I think in the back of my head, having know this now, it would be great to have a family show how to rally around a child who has a disability that you may not understand and that you can't see, because we had it. Like we had it. So we got to see how when your child is not meeting society's expectations, which are its own little thing, that there is still a way to say, I love my kid. I'm here for my kid. I'm going to do what's necessary for my child to get everything that he, she, or they need. We don't have that example anymore. And more to that, for another child to see this kid, right? Because they need to see that there is somebody who's just like me, who has this problem, if you will, this disability. We're missing that. We're missing it. So although it was not a direct thing, when I work with these kids, I think about that because I got it from someplace, right? Like TV does have an impact on us. Those characters, they do impact us in one way or another. And that shows up in my volunteering. But I will say it again. Now, when he was in Suits, okay, he was kind of cute. I was like, okay, Malcolm, I see you. I see you. Just saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely so. Let's bring you down. Yes. So I think for many of us, we know him as Theo, right? That was the biggest role. He was, I think that is the longest role he had. What was it? Was it 7 years? Not
Eight
just seven
years.
seasons, 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
And
And
he
remember,
was the
go ahead.
first, he was the first son, young son, on a Black son on television. There had never before his role been a Black son that was a child, young person on TV to a Black
And that speaks
family.
volumes.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes because there is this unfounded fear of young Black men. So to have a young Black man in a major role on it, that's huge. That's huge. And if you ask my opinion as a TV addict, there hasn't been a show that's been able to adequately depict the way Cosby did. Everything else ends up being overly slapstickish or so it was comedy, but it was comedy wrapped with lessons, wrapped with culture, etc. And I haven't seen that since.